Let's see if there's anyone here. There's the phone going. Never mind. I'll just have to see if anybody comes. Anybody says hello? Nobody says hello. Hey, Colin. Hi, Will. And Harvey, hello. How are you all? Hello, Adria. Such a long time since I've spoken to you, love. You're on the move, Colin. I hope to talk to you again later. Yeah, it's lovely to see you too, Will. How are you doing, love? It's so nice to be back with you. Oh my God, there's my brother, there's Jason. Hello, darling. I'm very glad to see you too, Adria. Oh, Harvey, would you have one for me, please? Or 2 or 3? I see that you're thriving, Will, and I'm very, very happy for you. And you, me too, Jason. How you doing, love? And how's your brother and your mum? I haven't forgotten you. Just because I've been out of circulation doesn't mean I've forgotten any one of you or anything about you. I'm sorry I've been away, but life is not good at the moment. It's definitely not good right now. And it's a quiet moment to oh, well, I'm glad to hear that, Jason, love. I'm really glad to hear that. Hi, Corey. Oh, thank you. That's really very nice of you. Thank you so much. As you can tell, I literally look like, I mean, if whales lived in nests, then this is what I look like. A whale in a nest. My hair looks like a nest. One of the two. If you can hear running around, it's the cats are having a mad half hour, but it's like just after 6 o'clock here. So they're having it really early. Oh, Adrian, no. I'm so sorry you lost your fur baby. I really am. And COVID, great. How are you feeling at the moment, Adria? Are you isolating and stuff like that? Daphne Angel with the big brown eyes. There's my Daphne Angel. She's a big surprise. There's Daphne Angel with the big brown eyes. Hello, Daphne, love. It's so good to see you too. Oh, well, I'm really pleased you're testing negative. That's great. Hello, Daniel. It's nice to meet you. I don't think I've met you before. But anyway, you're all Steph. Hi, Steph. Daphne, I made it up for you right at the moment. There you go. I was just popped straight out my mouth. Oh, God. Adrian, do you know what? It stinks. It really, really stinks. Steph, I am very, very happy to see you, love. I'm very happy to see you. It's been such a long time. I'm so glad to. Hi, Lucy. Oh, well, I don't do lives that often, but I'm very pleased to see you. And I'm just mad. Hello. And Chantria, have I had the pleasure of you yet? Or vice versa, whichever way around it is. I'm not sure. Oh, Adria, I was supposed to get my hair cut about, it was when we had the really big, massive heat wave. And my hairdresser fainted in, what was it, Tesco. She fainted in Tesco with the heat. Oh, yes, I know you now. Maclasia, hello. Hello. Yes, I do know you now. And I like your new name, though. I like that. Jason, don't get me going about YouTube notifications. They're crap. Yeah. So anyway, I was supposed to get my hair cut a lot shorter than this, but she just rang me up on the day she was due to come and just said, I fainted. I'm in Tesco and I fainted. Your name's actually Marilyn. Oh, right. That's a lovely name. I like that. Adria, you know, thank you. I'm really glad you did. And I'm really glad to see you here. And, you know, I'm not going to go into how much I miss you all, because I do. And it's a quiet moment in this part of the day. And I just wanted to get on here and talk to you all. Bill's in hospital. My Bill, Mr. Bill, Mr. Hedder is in hospital. Yeah, he's he got taken poorly a few weeks ago. Oh, welcome back, Colin, love. Oh, Ronnie. Oh, it's so lovely to see you. Well, you know, I told you before he was type 2 diabetic. Well, he's now become type 1 diabetic. And they had to switch him on to, you know, injecting himself every day with insulin. So they're going to start him up something like, I don't know anything about it because I'm not diabetic myself. But anyway, he was supposed to start off slowly and build it up. And he was following the doctor's instructions. And then he just kept getting more and more tired and more just listless. And then he would get a really bad temperature. He was having headaches. So he went to see the doctor, and they did an exam, you know, one of those gentleman exams where, you know, the doctor puts a glove on and goes poking about. And anyway, he came back and he said that Bill had a condition called acute prostatitis. It's obviously linked to the prostate. So he put him on 2 different types of antibiotics. And he just said, look, you've got a week off work. I want you to keep on these antibiotics, but don't worry, it'll work. It'll clear up an infection. That's what we think it is. It's an infection. Well, it didn't, and it was, I think it was Wednesday, 2:45 in the morning. Well, he got up at about 1, and I was still sitting up, and he looked old, sort of like confused, and he didn't know where he wanted to, what he wanted to do, where he wanted to be. And then he went back to bed, and then he got up again at 2:45 and just went straight to the living room and shut the door behind him. And of course, I just can't get up and walk around and follow him everywhere. You know, I've got to wait and get somebody to push my wheelchair for me. And anyway, as it was, the kids were still up, so they went to find out what he was doing. And he'd actually got on the phone to the doctors himself. He rang 111, I think it is, and he was telling them how he was feeling. And then they got a doctor to phone him back, and then the doctor said, ring for a taxi. You can't drive yourself into hospital. You're not fit to drive. You're going to have to get a taxi and get yourself up to the hospital. So he jumped into a taxi. Well, I'm not saying he jumped. He just got himself into a taxi, and, you know, we said, look, you know, it was, he wouldn't let anybody go with him. He just said, you know, let me go on my own. I'll probably be home in a bit. No, it didn't happen. They wouldn't let him out of hospital. They got him onto a ward and stuck him on a drip straight away. He had a very high temperature, and his blood sugars were literally jumping up and down like he was on a trampoline. But he was having terrible pain in his lower back. So they've done a whole load of tests on him. We don't know if it's because he's due to have an MRI. There are no doctors on call on the ward where he is this weekend. Doctors don't work at weekends unless it's an absolute emergency. So he's due to get an MRI, but that needs to be signed off by a doctor. He's had an ECG, he's had a chest X-ray, he's been pumped full of different antibiotics, but it's the MRI that he needs. And he can't have that done until a doctor signs him off on it. So he's just lying in bed. So our kids have been in to see him, and they're going in every day, but they wouldn't let Bill come home the following day. Or Steph, you can have on-call doctors, yes, if you're at home, but when you're in the hospital, doctors don't work Saturdays and Sundays unless it's an absolute emergency. but I'm talking about the wards here. You know, that's the protocol for the ward that he's on, and apparently it's protocol in the RVI. I know it is crazy. So we're now waiting now till Monday. So, you know, I thought he might get back home later on Thursday. No, kept him in on Thursday night, using Friday night, and now he's going to be in, well, he's in all day today, and he's going to be in all day tomorrow, and we won't know until Monday, A, what's happening with him, B, when he's going to get this MRI, C, when they're going to give me a diagnosis of absolutely what's wrong with him. You know, I mean, if it is his prostate, what is it? Is it an infected prostate? You know, I wasn't aware that you could find infections through MRI. I actually didn't know that. But you can. So they're going to, I think they're going to scan everything from the waist down. So I haven't seen him. I can't get in. Because it's a men's medical ward. It's not like a surgical ward, it's a medical ward. And it's the kind where they've got men of all different ages in there. I mean, they've got men in there who are in their 90s, you know, where Bill's 61. Although apparently he had two nurses at the bottom of his bed yesterday, sort of taking bets on how old he really was, because they thought he was 40. So of course he's well chuffed about that. Of course, if I went in, they'd think I was his mother. So it is what it is. But of course, my autoimmune system is, as you know, is crap right now. So I've got to be very careful about going in and sitting with him so long, just in case it sits back and bites me in the backside. So it's just as well I'm sitting at home, you know. So I just thought I would come and see my friends. This is the first time. I mean, for all I've known him, right, since it was the 19th of October 1980 when I first met him, and he hated me on sight. Oh no, Colin, thank you, and all of you, for actually being here, because I've neglected you all so badly. Hello, Mouse. It's really good to see you too. No, listen, hear me out. I don't feel it's like, me coming to see you. It's the fact that you've all turned up, and it's more than I deserve, because I have let you down. I think I got it all wrong in my head. Every other person that I've come across with cancer, they've all been like jumping through hoops and raising money for charity, and they're doing all these wonderful things before they slowly fade away and pass on. And they've made their mark on the world. And over the past, coming up for a year and a half, all I've done the majority of the time is sleep. And have things happen at home, and family stuff, and things happening where you think everything's taking a turn for the better, and then it turns out that things are not taking a turn for the better. And then, I mean, I have faith in the universe that Bill is going to get better and he's going to come home. But, I worry about him terribly. And like I said, because we've known each other a long, long time, but he actually didn't move in with me. Good Lord, I'm trying to think. It was about, he didn't move in with me until about 3 years before we got married. For all we'd known each other all that time, because he had his own house. Of course, I had mine. But he ended up giving his house over for his daughters to rent out. And they could rent it out from him, is what I meant. They rented from him. And then he and I lived together in my old house that ended up not being suitable for me to live in, because I couldn't get up and down the stairs at this point. So we were together 8 years then. We've been here 6.5 years now. So we're coming up for nearly 10 years of being together. And we've never had a night apart, And it was looking at his side of the bed, and he wasn't there. Sorry, I'm being such a fucking drama queen. And I know I shouldn't be smoking. I know I shouldn't be smoking, but do you know what? It is what it is. I'm back at the hospital on the 19th of December. And he's made it very clear it's just going to be a quick look at the boob and making absolutely sure I haven't changed my mind about not having the surgery. And then it'll be, right, well, if you find anything new, or if anything weird happens, you've got to get yourself straight back in. Other than that, is just off your pop. And the last time I saw him, and that was in June, and I said to him then, is there any chance you could give me a timeline? definitely what am I looking at here? Because at that point, I'd already been on the letrozole a year. And he did say back then it was 1.5 to 2 years I could be on it. Well, now it's been over a year. It's been like nearly 15 months I've been on it now. No, Steph, I would never ever call any one of you a drama queen. I'm sorry. You know, I think I mean, when I asked him again in June just gone, he just said, you know, yeah, maybe 18 months. So I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know. And I do know this. I have the best family. I really do. And I have the best friends in you lot. And I don't want to go. I don't think it's fair. I don't want to leave my kids or my bill. And I don't want to leave you guys either. And when I've had people say to me, oh, you shouldn't smoke, it's disgusting. Oh, do you know what? I've actually said to them, oh, just go. You don't know my story, you know nothing about me. You know, if I want to smoke, that's my life I'm dealing with. And you know what? It's not as if it's going to make a haven's worth of difference one way or the other, is it? It's not going to rob me of a day. I've had so many days where I've wanted to pick up a story and read it out to you, and by the time I've got my camera set up and what have you, I am so tired. And this tiny little pill is wrecking me. I haven't driven my car in 11 months because my right arm is so swollen and it's so sore. Oh, useless. So, you know, I can't do anything to like raise money for cancer awareness and sorry. Uh, oh, I could do with a hug. Oh, Candace Angel, there you are. Hello. Uh, 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 oh, thank you, Carriot. Thank you. Anyway, I wish I had it in front of me now. I don't. Here is something that'll cheer you up. you know, it might make you smile or whatever, I don't know, but I have always wanted a Princess Diana engagement ring, you know, or a ring just like it. And didn't Bill give me the money to go and get myself one, because he managed to sell his house. And I said to him, I said, I knew the reason why I'd always wanted to marry you. You know, you're a man of money and means and what have you. And he said, I want you to go and treat yourself. What do you want? And I said, I've seen this ring that is, I mean, it is diamonds and it is this great big sapphire. But I mean, it's not the same quality as sapphire as Diana's. And obviously the diamonds aren't as big as the one she had, but it's still a bloody lovely ring. And it's in my ring box in my bedroom. I wish I had the presents, I might bring it out. But anyway, I got that. But I did treat myself to a new Mystic Topaz. So, and he bought me a matching pendant, which was lovely. What else can I tell you? Oh yes, here's one for you. Shows you how soft in the head I am. I told you about my sister coming back into my life, didn't I? Well, to cut a long and awful story short, she is no longer in my life. I am down one very large, heavy going Mystic Topaz ring that our daughter picked up and, you know, and said that she wanted that to remember me by. And I'm also lighted to the tune of £1,000 because she wanted to borrow it, but hand on heart, promised me everything that she would pay me back. And I got £70 back in the middle finger. So, you know, so that was that. So no sister, no niece, no ring, and £1,000 gone. There you go. Now, normally at this stage, hiya, Taisha. Oh my goodness. Hello. It's lovely to see you. I've just been telling everybody that my husband's in hospital. He's not doing very well at the moment. But, you know, we're hoping to get him sorted and then hopefully get him home. Normally I'll be telling you at this point, well, don't trust anybody. And, you know, especially not your family and blah, 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 you know, and all this sort of stuff. But I am not going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you just because one bad apple is there, carry on trusting people. Carry on helping people if you can, because not everybody is going to behave that way. I think years and years ago, I probably would have said, oh, you don't trust anybody and shut your heart off and one thing and another, but no, don't. Just carry on. If you can help somebody, do it. If it's money, if it's clothing, if it's food, if it's enough to get them a bed for the night, keep on doing it. Not everybody is going to be appreciative, but if you know you've done the right thing, keep on doing it. It doesn't matter that you get a whole load of barking dogs and a couple of them nip at your heels. Just keep on doing it. Be true to yourself. And I truly believe that you should never, ever expect to get a reward. You just do things that come from your heart. And if somebody does show some kindness back to you, then that's reward in itself. But, you know, just always do things and don't expect any kind of reward at all. And if it happens, it's a lovely surprise. And if it doesn't, you just shrug it off and you keep on going. You know, you're right, Jason, that's what it is all about. It's all about unconditional love. And, you know, I've learned that if I haven't walked a mile in somebody's shoes, you know, oh, thank you. Thank you very much. That's really kind of you. Thank you. And it's like the reasons I built this place, the foundations of the Haven, that actually, I mean, yeah, I might have opened the doors, but you guys have made it the place that it is. And we have built this Haven on unconditional love, making sure that nobody is ever alone, that we are a wonderful community built on fairness and kindness and looking out for each other. And, you know, caring and sharing and being supportive to each other, you know, and having each other's backs. Because where else are you going to get that? You know, nobody ever need ever be alone. You know, exactly, Will. You know, and I mean, you yourself, you talk about that, you know, on your own channel. So it's like you say, you know, there's no harm in showing kindness and a helping hand, you know, and even if yourself are having a really crappy day, knowing that you've tried to help somebody else, it can turn your day around. And I'm not talking about feeling smug. It's about you get that sense of contentment, I think, knowing that you've done your best, you know. At least that's what I think, you know. Hello, Billy. It's lovely to see you. Well, I'm still here, Billy, so, you know. Jason, you were talking about it long before I was, love. Oh, Amy, hello. Oh, I haven't seen you in ages, love. How are you? Daphne, Jason is right. He was preaching about all of this long before I was. Yeah, I mean, he was, you know. Yeah, that's it. Colin, you've hit the nail on the head there. Seriously, you have. You know, and, you know, the work that you do in the care sector, sometimes you are the only person that person will see on that day, and you will do so much to brighten their day and make a difference in their lives. And I want to say thank you to you and to all your colleagues who work in the care sector. You know, it's just everything you do for people. There's a lady who lives opposite me, and the only visitors she gets are care workers. And I'm sure she wouldn't be here if they weren't there making a difference to her day. So thank you, Colin. Oh, you've got COVID and your mum's got a broken hip. Oh, God. Oh, God. Well, it's been lovely to see you too, Marilyn, and cleaning the house, eh? Hoover in one hand and a duster in the other. I hope to see you again soon, love. Next time I get my backside into gear. It's been lovely to see you. Yes, you're right. It is okay to be sad. Yes, Amy, I hope you get better really soon, love. And I hope your mum recovers as soon as she's fit and ready. I'm very sorry she broke her hip. I really am. That's awful. Do you know, I don't know whether this sounds stupid or what, but I always think, why is it that bad things happen to good people, but unfortunately it's not really as cut and dried as that, you know? It's these things happen, you know, and if it wasn't happening, say, like the stuff I'm going through, the stuff my Bill's going through, it would be happening to somebody else, you know, and we've just got to have empathy for each other. And I mean, I've been guilty of this myself in the past, where I've said, oh my God, I'm really glad that's not me. But then again, I haven't walked in their shoes. All I can do is, you know, send out words to the universe for a speedy recovery, and that, you know, they're not feeling any pain, and they're certainly, hopefully, not, you know, suffering in any way, that they're not in any discomfort. It's just, please hurry up and get well soon. Well, here's the thing for you, Jason. You said the best of the best are dealt the worst. Do you think that's because the best of the best are the strongest? And that's where they're dealt with the cannonballs of life. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? When these universal cannonballs are rolled out at us and we're hit right between the eyes. And it does, I've often wondered, if these really strong people who they always seem to bounce back and nothing seems to take them down, you know, and yet there are some other people who unfortunately fall quickly. But the stronger ones I think are there to keep the rest of us going, you know. Corey, you're very kind. You're going to get me crying again. I know that I was going to say something, but I'm not going to say it, because the minute I go and say, oh, I'm nothing special, I'm just me, you'll always go sort of like bounce around. So, but you know what I'm going to say, and you know how I feel about it, and I am just me. Look, we're around the kitchen table. You know, you can see the kitchen's there behind me. You can see more of the kitchen behind me now. Now I'm on live. Oh, do you know what? Oh, can you grab that a minute? Guys, I'm going to have to stop the live stream for a minute. I might come back. It's just my husband's on the phone to me, so I'll come back as soon as I can. Okay, please just give me 5 minutes. 5